I didn't like how it was looking. I don't know if you can see it. My oil emulsion non-adhesive dressing is kind of in the way of the little boo-boo that I have on the bottom of my foot. You can see it. It's I don't know, about the size of maybe half a dime or something like that. Um, but it's red. It's kind of red and angry on the outside, and that's not. I don't like that. That's not good. I don't think. And I've been to the nurse so many times with uh, so many cuts and sores and stuff like that I kind of have an idea about. I know what sore looks good and what sore doesn't look good. Doesn't look like it's healing fast enough. And this is like 4 weeks out, that I've had this. So I've had this sore for like 4 weeks, and I just thought, well, I could cover it up, and it would be fine. I wouldn't have to do anything with it. But I don't have very good circulation in my legs, and I haven't been elevating my feet too much lately, um, because when you elevate your feet, then it makes your feet cold and your legs cold and things like that, because there's getting a less circulation in them. And so I'm tired of my legs being so cold whenever I get up, in the morning. So I haven't been elevating my legs at all. That was a little piece of that oil emulsion mesh right there, right above the sore. You can see the sore that's got that little red angry uh, stuff right around it. But it's not that deep. It's not that deep at all. Uh, last time uh, last time you looked at it, um, not not this time I'm bandaging it up, but the time before, it had a yellow crusty like scab on top of it, and sure, some people say, oh, that's good protection and stuff like that. I don't think. I beg to disagree. I don't think so. I think that I think it slows down the healing process, and it doesn't make it heal nicely the way that I want it to and stuff like that. So I use some hydrogen peroxide, and which is okay. Hydrogen peroxide is okay, and I used it on there and just on the scab, and kind of soak the scab and just gently rub the scab enough to get the scab to go away. And I'm kind of overdoing it right now. I'm using triple antibiotic, or what do they call that, neosporin type of stuff. So I'm putting that on there, and I'm trying not to get anything on the tip. Maybe I should have done it a little bit different, but anyway, I put my triple antibiotic on there, and I'm going to put my little oil emulsion mesh on top of it, because that way the triple antibiotic helps the oil emulsion mesh stay there on my foot uh, during the meantime. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Surgigel, I think it's what it's called. Um, yeah, skin integrity is what I'm putting on there. It's kind of a gel stuff, and it's also an antibiotic, I think, also. Um, and I don't know if I'm doing overkill or not, so it might be too much for it to heal, fast the way I want to. It's kind of a clear, liquidy gel, so you might be able to see it right there on top of the mesh. Um, so anyway, I'm doing double time, uh, attaching the mesh and stuff to my sore, and that's the only mesh that I need. I don't need a bigger piece of mesh, because as long as it covers up my sore pretty good, then I'm pretty happy. Now, I used a BandAid this time, and I usually use a 4x4 gauze pad, or a 2x2 gauze pad, because it's such a small area. But you want you want it to be covered up fully on all sides. And what I'm going to do in this time is I'm using a BandAid to cover it up, and it allows air to get in on the sides. There's not BandAid, there's not adhesive all the way around. It's just on the two sides. So I'm just going to leave that BandAid on there and make it sure it attaches really nicely to my foot, to my skin, so that it's not going anywhere. And I don't want to pull it too tight, pull my skin too tight or anything like that. I want decent circulation going through there. And I have a little bag. This is my little bag full of different types, different sizes of Band-Aids and different types and things like that. This is kind of a Band-Aids they are, whatever type of Band-Aids. But I think that, I think the 4x4 or a 2x2 is something that, 2x2 gauze pad is something, if you're serious about. And if you don't have very good circulation, then you're going to have to use the gauze pads quite a bit. So I think it's a lot cheaper than using a Band-Aid, but and it also allows air in there better and stuff like that. You gotta roll up your sock. You gotta roll up your sock, otherwise you're gonna tear up your Band-Aid and it won't work. It won't fit. Won't